Hey there guys, I'm Adriana and today I'm going to be doing a 10 things I wish I knew before college video. A little bit about me, I am a third year public relations student at the University of Florida and I'm definitely well versed in the world of UF. I started off pre-med, now I'm public relations. I have tons of experience and advice to offer and I would love to help any of you new incoming freshmen out. So if you're interested, let's get started. So the first thing on my list of things that I wish I knew before college was to get involved. I really cannot stress this enough. Getting involved in college is really different from the way you got involved in high school. In high school, I know that for myself and maybe for a lot of you, getting involved meant trying to find the things that made my resume stand out the most so that I could get to this point. It was all about leadership and things like that. And while that is still important in college, I think what's most important about getting involved is really finding your community and finding your home and finding a people that are going to support you and that you can support and that you can really push each other to go through this crazy time that is college. That's so important. So when you get to UF or whatever college you're at, I really suggest going to every single event that has to do with networking or finding people or finding clubs. And as much as it's going to stink walking through Curlington, because I know everybody when they walk through Curlington just wants to put their blinders on and keep walking, really try and hear people out, really listen to what clubs they're in, what they're passionate about, where their people are, and see if that aligns with you and your personal values, and then go for it. Thankfully I found my community early on in college in Theta Alpha. It's a Christian sorority, but for a lot of people, they find their community in different places. They find their place in health societies or sororities, fraternities. They find their place in area government. I was in area government my first year, and it was a super awesome time, and I made a lot of cool friends too. So I just really think that if you really make an effort to go out there, even if you're introverted, really try, because I promise it's going to make your experience a million times better, and you definitely won't regret it at all. My second thing on my list of things that I wish I knew before college kind of aligns with the first one, and it is to really find something to devote your free time to. Find something that you're passionate about and go for it. So I know that when I was in high school, it was kind of a hard time transitioning to college, because in high school I was in the marching band, I was a cheerleader, I was in Kiets, I was in a million different things, and these things really occupied my time. They gave me a goal that I was moving towards. I was active, I was being creative, and I think it's really important when you get to college to not put that on the back burner. I think it is still important to find the things that you're passionate about and continue to pursue them while you're pursuing your degree, because if you're only doing school all the time, you are going to get burnt out and you are going to lose your drive, and you really want to have something that's continually pushing you along with your community. So there are things like intramurals, there are things like I don't know, you can go to the gym and work out, or just find a way to incorporate what you're passionate about into your studies. So for example, one of my friends, she was in sports in high school, and she didn't know that she had a passion for bodybuilding until she felt a little lost in college, and she was like, I need something to devote my time to, I need something to do. And so really go for it. Find a sport, find an art, do something that's going to make you, it's going to be your escape. Do something like that that's going to make you feel like you have a place to escape to, a place to clear your mind and just be passionate about what you're doing. The third thing on my list of things that I wish I knew before college is to really put effort into your space. So while I'm not advising you to spend all of your time in your bedroom, I'm definitely advising you to really put effort and thought into your space and your creative headquarters and where you're living, because this is a place that you're going to be spending a lot of your time, regardless whether you're sleeping, whether you're doing homework, anything like that. For me, my bedroom is my creative space. It's my happy place. It's the place where I write all of my blogs, I make all of my videos, I plan all of my Instagram pictures and Disney trips. It's the place where I do all of my assignments, and I really perform best in a creative atmosphere, and there's no better creative atmosphere than the one that you create for yourself. And so I really think that putting thought and effort into the place that you're going to be dwelling is really important. So it doesn't have to be expensive. I know that furniture shopping and decoration shopping is expensive, but you can get around that. And go on Pinterest and look up all the DIYs you possibly can, because I promise it's going to be so much more worth it. You're going to enjoy being in your dorm or in your apartment. It's going to make it so much more homey and just comfortable, and you're just going to really feel like you're in your place, and all those creative juices are going to start flowing, and you're just going to really be the best you can be. So I really, really advise you to just put effort into your space and make it your own. My fourth thing that I wish I knew before college is to please do not do all-nighters. I promise you it's not worth it. It's not productive. Even though it sounds like a good idea, it's alluring, but it doesn't work. You're talking to the all-nighter queen herself, and when I tell you that they didn't help, I mean they didn't help. So yes, really, I just really advise you to get a planner, plan out your time, and as crazy as it sounds, because when I heard this, it sounded crazy to me, if you have an exam, start planning to study for it 2 weeks in advance. I know it sounds insane, but I promise it really does work. Even if you go through like a page a day, your brain kind of like starts priming the information in your head, and then you get to the night before and you don't need to be up for a million hours. So just really try to use your time wisely. Easier said than done. I know, I promise. I'm speaking from experience, but just don't do it. The library is open 24 hours, but don't use it 24 hours. My fifth thing that I wish I knew before college is to buy your textbooks from Amazon. I know it's tempting and it's exciting when you get to college and you're like, ooh, I have to go get my textbooks. Yes, I'm going to be ahead of the game and just go get all the things I need. Stop. Wait. Think about it. When I tell you that most of your professors are going to put textbooks on their list, and then the first day you're going to go in and they'll be like, actually you don't need this, or actually you need this version instead of this version, or we actually have this book in the library, you don't need to buy it at all, or it's available online, or sometimes my professors will even send me the PDFs of the book, and I'm just like, I already bought this. Why do I have to buy this? So I'm telling you just to slow down, slow your roll, and wait till the first day. I promise you won't get points taken off. You really don't ever really need the book until like the second week anyways. Amazon Prime has 2-day shipping. You're gonna be good to go. It's a ton cheaper. I've saved so much money from using Amazon for my textbooks rather than UF bookstore. And some of them are only available at the UF bookstore, and I get that. But buy them used or rent them. Just, I promise you'll never look at them again after the class is over, unless it's like a biochem or something and you're pre-med and you want to study for your MCAT for it, then that's different. Then maybe you want to think about buying the book. But for anything else, rent it on Amazon, rent it from UF, buy it used, just find another way around it and just slow down and then wait for instruction from your teacher on what to actually do for the textbooks. Another thing that I totally forgot to say about textbooks is sometimes people who already took those classes are selling that textbook themselves. So I suggest that if you are going into college or if you're going to UF, definitely look on Facebook and then search up, for example, like UF class of 2020, that's my class, and a ton of people are going to be on that Facebook page. And just people are posting all the time about different opportunities, different things, and people are even selling things all the time. I think I bought my chemistry textbook from there for like 20 bucks, and it's originally like $100 and something just because somebody bought it, they didn't need it anymore. And so yes, keep an eye out on those Facebook pages. They're super helpful, especially when it comes to buying textbooks on a budget. The next thing that I wish I knew before college is to go and find your class before the first day of school. This is so important. I could not stress this to you enough, because at UF, for some reason, the numbers and buildings you think that would go chronologically, they don't. You would think of a place full with a ton of intellectuals who are smart and have tons of engineering capabilities and could just make the classroom go in order, but they don't. They want to confuse you. And especially in Turlington, the numbers don't go in order at all. They don't. So take your schedule the day or two before. I promise other people will be doing it. You won't look like a nerd or something. I promise. It's totally okay. All the buildings are always unlocked. Go inside. Find it. If anything, find your seat that you want. Sit in and be like, yes, this is my spot. I'm going to come in and sit right here. You will get there on time, you will feel 12 times more comfortable, and you won't be nervous that you're walking to the wrong classroom. So I definitely suggest going, finding your classes before the first day of school. I still do it, and I'm a junior, and I still go around and try to find where my classes are. The next thing that I wish I knew before college is to utilize Rate My Professor. I don't think I could possibly stress this to you enough. Rate My Professor is a godsend, and it's there. Use it. I promise you won't regret it. Rate My Professor, if you don't know, is a website that has all, if not most, universities on it, and it lists a ton of the professors and what classes they teach. And really all you have to do is type in a professor's name, and it'll be like, Professor so-and-so from college so-and-so, and then you click on it and it'll show you what class they taught, and people will actually rate the class and the professor. It'll state things like textbook needed, grade got, do you have to show up to class every day, and things like that. And when I tell you it is just the best thing ever created for college students ever, It is. Just use it, and it'll help you when picking your classes, picking your schedule, because sometimes some professors teach the exact same class and one professor will make it 12 times harder than another one for absolutely no reason. So don't put yourself in that situation. Go and write my professor and just find out who you would want to take your class with before you get there. Promise it's helpful. The next thing I wish I knew before college is to use your preview staffer. So I don't know if this really applies to other schools outside of University of Florida, but if you are coming into UF, I cannot stress, you know what preview is. Everybody has to go through preview, even transfer students. And while preview isn't the best time ever, your preview staffer is an awesome person. And they are there because they want to help you and they want to make you have the best experience you possibly can at UF. And if you basically were given this person with a ton of knowledge, specifically tailored for you, to help you. And something that I really wish I did was use my preview staffer more. After I left preview, I don't think I ever talked to her again, and I kind of wish I did because it probably would have made things a lot easier for me. Any question you have, go to your preview staffer. Even they give you their phone numbers, they put you in a Facebook group. Anything at all, if it's I can't find this class, or it's I really need help getting involved, what can I do? This is what I'm like. Do you know anybody that's like me and might be in a group that they really love? Or if it's something like, hey, I don't know where to find the website for financial aid. They know all of these things and they can help you, and they're just your one-stop shop for information. And if they don't know it, they can point you to someone who does. They're just a really awesome tool that's there to help you. And so I really suggest don't lose your preview staffer's contacts and really use them. Don't be afraid to go to them. I promise they love you and they're there to help you. So yes, do that. Another thing that I wish I knew before college that is super important is that parking kind of stinks at UF. It's just really bad. If you bring your car, you're gonna have a really hard time finding a parking space for it. If you have a scooter, it'll be a lot easier because there's like a ton more scooter parking. Bringing a bike is also super helpful. There's a ton of bike racks everywhere. There's like a bike shop on campus. I personally really stink at riding a bike, so that isn't really what works for me. But I really just suggest minding how terrible parking is before bringing your car. Like, if you have an apartment, you're chilling. But if you're living on campus, maybe rethink bringing your car just a little bit and rethink how important it really is to have it. I also suggest really getting to know your university's bus system or transportation system. UF has an amazing bus system that I suggest everyone to learn how to use. Even if you have your own car, if you have a scooter, if you have a bike, I really think it's so important to get to know the bus system because at some point you're gonna need to use it to get around because not everywhere is accessible by scooter or by car, and sometimes it's just easier to get on the bus and you get to use it for free. And it even has a cool app that you can literally watch the bus go on its route all the way to you up to the moment that it gets to your stop. If you live off campus, I live off campus and I use the bus, actually I have a scooter, so I don't use the bus all the time, but I'm like a wimp to the cold, so sometimes I'll use my, I'll just get on the bus instead of using my scooter, and I'm totally okay with that because it's not bad at all. So yes, if you're in a university, get to know your bus system, figure out how it works, and don't be a stranger to it because it's helpful and it's free to use. The last thing that I wish I knew before college is that this is all a learning experience. You're going to come in thinking that you want to do something, and it's very, very possible that you will leave doing something completely different. College is really a time to figure yourself out. You're on your own. You're with a new group of people. You're really forming who you are, your personality, your identity, your interests. And with all of this change going on, it's going to be really hard to be the same person you were before and to have the same interests and the same mission. I came into college as a health science major, pre-med student, thinking that I was going to be a doctor one day. Ask anybody who knew me before college, that was the plan. And around my second year, I was like, I don't want to do this. I'm not happy. I'm not doing well. I don't feel smart anymore. And all of that's a lie. You're going to believe all of those things about yourself, and that's all a lie that was put in your head by the enemy, and you just need to push on towards that and really do some self-searching and think, who am I? What do I like to do? What am I good at? What am I passionate about? And how can I apply that here? And there's tons of people at UF who are going to help you figure that stuff out. And now I went through that exact same thing, and it was a really hard time. realizing that everything you thought was true about yourself is a little bit different than what you were thinking. It's really difficult, but I promise it works out in the end. Now I'm a public relations student. I could not be happier. I have found my passion, I found what I love, and I promise the same thing's going to happen for you. So whether you do get to that point or whether you're in that point right now, I promise you college is just a learning experience. That is the biggest thing about going away to college. It's learning experience where you find things about yourself, you find out things about what you want to do, you find out things about people, and it's important and it's essential to human growth. So just don't get down on yourself if things start to change and start to look different than what you imagined, because they're probably going to work out better for you in the end. Alright guys, so that was all I had for the 10 things that I wish I knew before college. I hope this was super helpful for you. If you have any more questions at all, please feel free to comment them below. Or if you want to know anything else about what life is like at the University of Florida, if you want me to film any more videos just letting you into what it's like in Gainesville, then let me know and I'd be super happy to make them. I'm really excited for this new journey and I can't wait to talk to you guys some more. So thanks for watching and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!